Hey, CI 1948 here. I just picked up this ergonomic office chair by Mainstays. This was gotten at Walmart. It was about $76. So we're going to go in how to unbox this and put it together. Go ahead and cut our tape here. The glue on this is extremely strong. I ended up taking my knife and cutting the other side and peeling it apart. You shouldn't hit anything if you use a safety knife and go along the side here. Now that we have it open, we have a headrest. Let's see how this comes out. The back. The base. The wheels. The seat itself. The extra 2 legs for that base, if you noticed it was missing them. All the screws, an Allen wrench. I'm not totally sure. Headrest cap. We'll see what's in here. Oh, things are dropping. Oh, this would be the gas cylinder that you don't want to drop, but I continue to do it. Here's the gas cylinder. The base for the seat to mount on, and the arms. Always a good idea to go over your parts list and make sure you have all the parts. We'll start with step 1, where we're going to take the 2 legs and click them in place. Okay, so we're going to get our 2 feet out of the packaging. You also want to get the 2 small A1 screws, because you will need them as well. Those are these here, part A1 small. So bust those out of their package. And don't lose them, because we will need them. They have a little bit of Loctite on them, so they'll stay in place. Go ahead and bust out your Allen key. Both legs are the same length, so pick one, slide it in, take your screw and feed it into the bottom hole here. And then repeat on number 2, and you can tighten them down. Fairly easy. I can't say I've seen this done up on other chairs before. Normally this all comes together. So this is something new for me. Just speed this up a little bit. It's not very fun watching screws go in. Step 2, press the casters into the holes at the end of each leg. So what you want to do is get these in here and give them a good push, and they should click right in. Just repeat that for all the other casters. I will mention that these have little hog rings on them to help hold them in place. And if you're having a hard time pushing it straight in, kind of twist it around and it'll help it work its way in. That seems to be the best method to overcome that. Get them to click in there good. The next step is going to involve your base. So look for this little guy and get it out of the box. Step 3, we're going to align the seat plate with the seat. There's a little tag that says front right here and a tag that says front right here. You want to line those up and line up these 4 holes. And you want to have the A2 big bolts, as seen in the package, right here. The next step is to align these holes and set the bolts in. Remember to make sure that front and front are lined up. And do not tighten them down all the way until you get all 4 in there. Otherwise, you could have it bind up sideways and you might not be able to line all 4 up. Much like assembling many things, you want to leave it somewhat loose. Now that the base plate is on the seat, we can take our cylinder and set it down on our base. Then we can take our entire seat assembly, line this hole up on the cylinder, give it a little push down, and it's all one unit. Here's the instructions just in case you're confused as to how that works. Next step, attach the armrest 6A and 6B to assembled seat cushion using small bolts A3, securing the lower two holes on the bottom of the armrest 6A and 6B to each side. Do not tighten bolts fully until chair is completely assembled with arm bolts attached. So you want to put these two bottom bolts in and leave them kind of loose because you're going to need some flexibility to get the back on. Let's do it. This step will require small bolts A3 located here. Take the two holes on the side of your chair. I've already done this side so you can kind of see what it looks like. You want to leave them loose. These are kind of difficult. The ones over here I've had to really fight with. The holes were very recessed in there, and I kind of had to push in as I was holding in on this to get the screw to start, and you don't want to cross thread it. If it doesn't go easy, back it out and try again, because it should be a fairly easy fit. If it goes tight and it's still really loose, you're going to cross thread it, and that can ruin everything. So be careful. Your best bet is to take a screw, drop it in there, and don't drop it on the floor like I just did. Drop it in there and kind of line it up. It's easier if you have a second person to do this. I'm going to try not to knock my tripod over, but you want to start threading it in. There is a lot of excess material around these holes. And it will fight you, more than likely. The back is kind of like the sides. There are two screws that hold it in. They're the same type of screws we've been working with. You come up here, and again, it's almost a two-person job. It's a little difficult to get everything to line up just right. Put your screw in, find your Allen key. While trying to hold everything together, this is not the easiest thing in the world. And tighten one in. I'm going to go turn this around. We'll tighten. Don't tighten it all the way in. Just have it loosely hanging. Grab another screw. Grab your Allen key. Come to the other side and line that one up. See why we wanted that loose? You can move the arms around and get everything lined up good. They are kind of notched. The back of the chair is, so it will kind of clamp together a little bit. And if you're not interested in the headrest, the chair is complete. If you are interested in the headrest, here's how you put that on. In order to install the headrest, you will use the last two bolts in your pack, A4 1-inch small bolts. You'll also need Part C headrest cap. Putting on the headrest is fairly simple. Just line these two bolts up with the holes in the back of the chair. And you can tighten these down once you have them in. That is on, you can take part number C, your headrest cap. There are two pins here, and simply press it in. Give it a little firm press. And now those ugly screws are covered up with a nice piece of plastic. In order to adjust your headrest, you have a screw on both sides that you can adjust with your Allen key. Simply loosen them about half a turn or so. And you can adjust the headrest wherever and however you like it. Once you're happy with where it is and want it locked in, you simply tighten it up again on both sides and you're good to go. The chair can be adjusted using the little lever on the side. It goes up quite a ways and back down fairly easy. The knob underneath can be used to adjust the amount of tilt if you want more or less. Here I can lean further back than I could before. And that's about all I have to say. This chair is fairly comfortable. So far, I like it. I don't think it's terrible for the price. Fairly easy to assemble, minus the arms. I'm a 6'7", and I will say the headrest is a little low for me. But for most people, that's not going to be a problem. I'm just freakishly large. So, that being said, I think we're going to call this a video. Stay tuned for more. I will do an update as I use this chair and see how I like it in the long term. As for now, it seems alright. It's better than the one I have that is currently sitting broken. So I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Leave a like. Hit subscribe if you want to see more.